Hey, welcome back everybody to a sick video called The Careful Boys featuring Joon Lee.
Hey!
Yeah! So we got a question here today, okay?
Today's like a North Korean crew.
Is that North Korean?
Very close.
Cool. Alright, so what is or has been the biggest change of heart that you've had? Have you ever been on one side of an issue and wound up on the other?
Dude, yeah. All my...
Dude, guess first.
Sorry.
I'm gonna one-up you, fool!
The thing I need to think. Okay, go ahead, Nick, and then one him up, Joe.
All of my takes. I feel like when I feel like as part of just getting older, you just realize how fucking... In my 20s, all I did was just throw stones at people constantly, right? Like, you just judge everybody.
I never did that.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. Why would you ever do that? And then you get older and you're like, yeah, I can see why I did that. Yeah. Oh, I've done that before. You know what I mean? So I feel like all your takes eventually change if you're...
If you don't change, you don't fucking evolve.
Yeah.
You fucking stagnant bitch.
She's one-upping you right now.
Fuck, dude. That's a good message. I should have said that. Yeah, no, I feel like that's just natural, right? Do you guys feel that way?
Hell yeah, dude! If you're the same ass person since you were 12, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, you were pretty whack at 12 too, so it's good to
Dude,
change.
I was wearing polo shirts, dude.
Oh, wait, my bad. That's not whack. Speak for yourself. Like, not whack.
When I was 12, my mom would make me wear turtlenecks, and I would start gagging because it would be choking me, and I would take it off.
Your jacket is literally halfway polo turtleneck.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta have the zipper. If I go all the way up, I'm like, oh god. Yeah. You throw a backpack on that thing? Come on, bro.
What's one of the biggest specific things you change your mind about?
AKA the prompt.
Honestly, just like judging people, 100%.
But it's fun though.
You're just so, I don't know. I feel like that's the messaging in my family growing up. It was just like, just shit talking everybody like this guy doesn't know shit about anything. And it's like, they have no frame of reference. Yeah. Like, and then you kind of just fall into that. You think that's the way people talk. And then you realize as you get older, you're like, oh, well, I don't know shit about nothing. So who the fuck am I?
Your family's a bunch of haters?
Haters, bro. Haters. That's the Dunn way, dude.
No congratulator, huh?
Yeah, we're a bunch of hating ass bitches, But as you get older, you realize like, oh, that's not a fun way to live your life. That's a terrible way to look at life because that sucks.
Is that where you picked up your hate towards cyclists?
That's different. That's actual beef. That's
I think that's everybody hates them.
Actual beef?
Dude, cyclists even fucking
That's why I mountain bike. I stay away from the road.
That's so scary.
Look, all jokes aside, I don't really hate cyclists. But do I fantasize about opening my car door on them? Yeah.
Ooh.
But you don't do it. You just think about it. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Especially when they wear their tight-ass outfits trying to look futuristic.
Yeah, it's like just do a different exercise. Just do a different exercise.
I would go to Tour de France just so I could go like this to their bike wheel and then get them to...
Tour de France is...
Tour de France is different because at least I'm sure the French people are probably annoyed at them. They're like, the roads are closed this day. Like, this sucks.
That's like hating skaters that are like fucking up the bank, but then you go to fucking X Games and just jack on the half pipe.
Well, there's a marathon in your city, and you're like, I can't take the fucking main roads like this.
That's why I felt like Joe's weapon of choice would be like this. And I feel like your aim would be good. It would be a primitive spear of some sort.
Just throw a spear.
A jazz.
I have a spear too.
You got a full
Where'd you
samurai.
put my spear, Ryan?
It's all in your room.
Okay, I have it.
Kind of on that note, I have one where it didn't necessarily change, but I have no problem with the people that partake in that activity, hunting. Because I feel like the people that don't understand hunting are either not from that culture.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like deep.
It's deep, yeah.
Nothing against it. Because hunting is like fishing, where there's many parameters, seasons, do's and don'ts.
You gotta get your license.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And some of it is invasive control.
Yeah.
Like it's invasive species that are destroying the ecosystem. So you want hunters to just go out there and
Like elephants and tigers and stuff, right?
actually sometimes
Even
that's
those,
true.
yeah. Even
Yeah.
that,
Because it just happens that way where you have to do population control. So or you can't have too much of something, or else it destroys the natures. So it's like I think there's a unlimited amount of cockroaches you're allowed to kill. But when it comes to white tigers, we're not. Yeah.
Yep.
Skeeters, bro.
White tigers. I don't.
Cockroach
Iguanas
hunters.
in the freaking Florida or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, those guys.
Lizard.
The
So you're saying you used to be against the idea of hunting.
I don't know if I was like strongly against it, but
You misunderstood it.
Yeah.
I think recently, I said this the other day too. I was like, you know who I was wrong about? Andrew Tate. I think
Yeah, same.
heard about him. We did shit on JKnews.
That's a deep breath right there. I saw that.
I thought he was like a pickup artist. Like I didn't even know how I got this idea.
Cobra Tate would never do that stuff.
I just thought he was a pickup artist.
He would never do that shit.
That was teaching like weird like man shit to like kids.
You thought he was fit and fresh adjacent.
Yeah, but even though I think I just didn't understand that world, but I thought it was funny because I've seen like those guys that the video that you showed of that guy, that one pickup artist
Those
trying
kind
to,
of characters.
I thought
God, yeah.
that was the same thing, and
bad,
then
yeah.
I saw him kind of run circles around Pierce Morgan, and then I saw all these other videos, and I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious. Like, he's one of the funniest trolls ever.
He's got like 3 Bugattis. That's pretty cool. That's why I like him.
And so, like, I became a fan. Like, genuinely, the way he handles media, the way he talks, the way he plays the game, I was like, you actually fooled me. And for me, I know a lot of trolls, but I didn't see the troll. Like, I didn't see the game. And I was like, oh, fuck, well, I didn't give it time to, like, understand it. So I was like, oh, now I get it. And I'm like, dude, he's making such a mockery of mainstream media that I was like, oh, this guy's hilarious.
I think the first one that really made me go, oh, I think I know who he is now, was when he was on Tom Segura's podcast.
Yeah, dude, that's
with
so
his
funny.
wife. And you know, his whole shtick is like, I tell my chick I want 2 coffees. One, because I'm gonna drink it, and the other one just so I can have it to let her know pretty much like who the man is.
Oh my
I'm not even
God.
gonna
Just
drink
in
that.
case, dude.
Just in case,
Just in
right?
case.
So he goes, I always tell the chick.
So
He goes, I always tell my chicks to bring me 2 coffees. So he's that type of dude, right? Like, so if you buy into his character, it's keep the fucking bitches in the kitchen. They just need to fuck you and suck you, and you don't have to like they're not one of your boys or whatever, right? And in Tom Segura's podcast, he's actually a very articulate guy. So he's
smart.
He's
hella
really
smart.
like trying to promote like masculinity, like healthy masculinity, and we need like these more like alpha type roles back in society. And if he's a true believer in like the whole 2 coffee philosophy, when Christina is talking to him, he wouldn't even
Address her.
Yeah. But he addresses her like she's a boss lady too.
Yeah.
So when you start reading like the dynamics,
And they're like playing off each other.
Yeah, you're
They're
like-
it's like a bit.
you're like, oh, he respects her just as much as he respects Tom, and he knows they're a couple powerhouse, and you're like, oh, he's just literally playing into this whole character just so that he can like make a bigger point on what he's trying to do. And then there's a couple times where like he's like, Tom would be like, oh, so what would you do if like give a hypothetical situation, like what would you do if like the whatever, and he'd be like, I would tell her, bitch. And then you would see him break character and laugh at himself, and he would like straighten up. I would tell her, bitch. And I was like, oh,
Give me 2 coffees.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, okay, I like this guy now. Actually, he's not who you think he is. He's playing a character to display a point.
Yeah, that's where I think I was like, oh, not only did I misread the dude, but I think I failed as a person in the comedic space.
Yeah.
That I didn't see the game that was being played, and I just written it off as like, oh, you're some fucking weird pickup artist that's like trying to teach incels how to fuck girls. And I was like, oh yeah, dude, like, well, I get misjudged a ton. JK gets misjudged a fuck ton, and I'm all like, well, I did the same thing to him that people do to us. And I was like, oh, that fucking sucks, man. Yeah, so I think, after that, I was like, I watch his content, I'm like, I get it now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually a fan. I think he's hilarious.
When people misjudge us, what do they say?
Well, I think like the same thing, they just write us off as, and the funniest thing I always read, right, is like, some people will be like, look at these fucking LA woke liberals. These fucking
really funny.
boba Asian liberals, this and that. They're so fucking woke. And then the same day I'll read some shit like, look at these Trump supporting ass right wing like extremists. They're so fucking chauvinistic and this and that. And I'm like, how can we be both? It doesn't make any sense to me, right?
Dude, I could do that shit. You can just flip flop. You just go flip
It's like having COVID and RSV at the same time, bro.
Come on, you can do it both. If you're talented.
You know, one thing I'm learning, especially in the comedic sense, there's this beauty and advantage of kind of letting people think what they want.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be. Yeah. It takes some security to get there. Because, you know, in your early career, you just want to reply to every single one like, you don't understand me. I'm so misunderstood. That's the crutch of every comedian, right? Not being taken seriously. But lately, I've just been kind of letting people think what they want. And I've also been, with the show release, I've been branding myself in this kind of way. Because as a comedian, I don't want to just be the kind of fat best friend, gay best friend. So I've been purposely kind of playing up this character. I like wear sunglasses like to the club and unlike
like a more leading man role type.
Exactly, stuff like that. And even the other day someone commented, we did like press with interviews with the other castmates, and one person commented, that Korean dude is impolite. And I commented, hell yeah. But I like to just.
But that's not who you are. It's funny. That means that means you what do you call it? Your character was believable, and you won. When people call me the R word, refreshing, I was like, dude, I'm winning.
I want to see that comment. Refreshing. This guy's refreshing.
So fucking refreshing.
What a great compliment.
That is a great compliment. But
something
Regretful judgment. No, was it mistakes that you'd believe in?
No, just like you believed something and then you came to another side of it. Could be an issue, could be a belief, whatever.
I think like one thing is like a pretty major issue. It's not as funny, but like growing up in LA and shit, I used to always have this like I used to buy into the sentiment a little bit where how like when you see BLM shit or like this is even pre-BLM, you would always just go, oh well, like look at black and black crime, they're killing each other more than anyone else is killing them. Like people would just always go there and I'd go yeah, and then when I got really close to like just really good black families, and they would be like, yeah, we're also in danger of those same people. And I was like, fuck. That's pretty heavy. Like that changed my mind about the whole thing because I'm like, yeah, in any culture, whether there's violence like that, no matter what the stats are, there's still good people that are also like, yeah, we're also in danger of that. And I was like, damn, that is pretty bad.
That's a heavy perspective change.
That it's not like you don't just leave an entire culture to like fight with each other and go, oh, good luck guys, stop killing each other. It's like more like, what about the people that don't want to do that and they're also living in that? Then it just made me feel like, oh, that's like kind of quick to judge.
A lot of judgment.
To add some levity to the conversation, I have the opposite change where I love something, but now I'm kind of a hater. Going back into the hate.
Yeah. What's her name?
Freaking Patricia.
Patricia.
Let's talk about dogs in LA.
Oh, okay. Let's
Like
talk
the dogs and the strollers and shit.
No, not that. I'm okay with that.
Anger came out.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? I got a stroller for my dog, dude.
Fuck you.
That is a big part of what I'm gonna say. I love dogs.
Yeah.
That goes without even saying.
Yeah.
One LA culture that I cannot comprehend is people bringing dogs inside a restaurant or grocery store. Yeah. That to me, I can't fathom. Produce? Food?
Yeah.
You can't be away from your dog for 1 hour?
And then they shit on the ground.
Yeah.
It's just like, even if they don't shit, it's just unhygienic.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
My friend visited LA and I was so used to it. And then we were in like grocery stores or Whole Foods or whatever, and he's like, what? And it didn't register to me. I was like, oh wait, that's kind of.
I think you'll see most of that shit at like Whole Foods, Gelson's. You're not gonna see that shit at Food for Less or fucking like Ralph's. You know
El
what I mean?
Superior.
Yeah. At Vallarta. You're not gonna see that shit. No one's bringing their fucking dog over there. You're gonna see that shit. You're gonna see that shit at fucking like Whole Foods and Sprouts maybe.
Those same owners are like wearing like aloe and Lululemon and stuff.
Bro, get the fuck.
So I'm from the suburbs, but then Whole Foods in LA is ghetto.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know where LA is at.
At least downtown. Well, yeah.
Downtown, yeah. You roll the
It
dice.
seems like Trader Joe's is kind of nicer in general.
Trader Joe's got it on lock, bro.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's.
The worst thing about the dog situation here to me is the lengths people go to justify the ESA. I think that's where that's what bothers me is because like if you own a small business, you will hear every like when I was running the studios, there would be like we don't obviously allow dogs to jump around on sets, and then they're like, oh, but my photographer has like emotional support dogs and she needs all 3 of them here.
Nah, bro. 3?
Or they can't do the shoot.
Brother.
Like, what? And they're not like dogs that are trained to do anything.
What if they were like, okay, that's like a security deposit of 1,000 each.
Well,
and
what
if there's
if-
no damages, I'll give it back.
For real though. Because
Yeah.
dogs, man, like
They shit everywhere.
look, I love my dogs more than fucking a lot of things, you know? But at the same time, it's like I know a lot of dog owners who just don't train their dogs.
Yeah, and they bite people.
They don't even attempt to train their dogs. And it's like, whenever I bring my dog into a space, I know that I'm kind of the burden, you know? So
Yeah.
I gotta make sure my dogs are fucking on point. They're not shitting anywhere. They're being on their best
Yeah, but you're
behavior.
not arguing like at a Korean barbecue to have your dog sit at the table.
But that's what I mean, is like, those people are just like, are you crazy?
I saw that at Modaipo on 7th. There was a girl with a big ass like dog, and the dog was going because there's meat everywhere. And then she was like, "You're discriminating. You're gonna discriminate against me because I'm disabled." And she was just a regular teen girl with a big ass dog.
You know, Asian restaurants don't fuck. They're like,
No, yeah,
nah,
they
get
didn't
the
give a shit.
fuck out of here.
Who cares?
Discriminate my fucking balls, bitch.
It was open air Korean barbecue. The dog was going nuts. It was going. She could. The line was like about to break.
Yeah.
They ordered a sundubu for the dog too.
And then they're like, my dog has anxiety. It has to come with me. It's like, yeah, because you take your fucking dog everywhere with you. It's like, you're not supposed to do that shit.
Yeah, and it kind of like craps on people who really have actual service dogs that are trained to do a task, and then that dog's distracted by this crazy ass chihuahua that's like jumping around. Yeah, it's messed up here for sure.